lovely. Thank you so much for joining me today. Long time no see. I am so sorry that it has been such a long time since I did any filming or posted anything to my YouTube channel, but from today I am hoping to rectify that to the best of my ability. In today's video I just want to do a get ready with me. I actually have a hair appointment today, so I'm going to get ready for the hairdressers, and I thought I would do a update of what's been going on, where I've been, why I haven't been able to film, all of that sort of thing. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in watching, if you'd like to get ready with me today, then please do stick around. I would love it if you subscribe to my channel and spent some more time with me in the future. It means the absolute world to me when anybody subscribes, leaves a comment, gives me a like, anything like that. It's a tiny little Christmas present every day. So yeah, without further ado, let's get some makeup on my face. Okay, so first things first, obviously I am currently at the caravan. It is Wednesday today and we got here on Sunday, very late Sunday night, well, early Sunday morning. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning when we've eventually got here. Things have been kind of ridiculous, to be honest. We've had what feels like just a run of terrible luck. Our lives are literally upside down at the moment, and coming here was supposed to be a bit of a respite from all of that, but literally 20 minutes ago, just as I was about to dry my hair, I managed to have a shower, do my skincare, was drying my hair, and I was going to sit and do my filming with my ring light and everything, and the power went off to the whole park. So we have no electricity. I can't dry my hair, I can't put my ring light on. Luckily Mum had just made some hot drinks, so I've got the last dregs of my cup of coffee. It is freezing. I can actually see my breath in here, but I've had to open the window a little bit to get a bit of extra light. So yeah, it's just another straw that is breaking the poor camel's back. But I put up a poll on my Instagram last night of a few different slides, asking for my Instagram friends to pick the makeup that I used in my get ready with me today. Now I checked it last night just before I went to sleep, and I kind of remember what the results were, but I can't check it now because the Wi-Fi's gone off, because the power's gone off. So this may be completely inaccurate, and I do apologise if I'm using products that weren't voted for, but these were the products that had been voted for when I last checked. So as I say, I'm getting ready to go to the hairdressers, and I'm literally just gonna put some makeup on and give you an update on what's been going on. My rosacea is really bad today, as it always is when I come here. For some reason, I don't know whether it's the water or the, you know, the colder air. I don't know what it is, but it's incredibly sore, a little bit swollen. I have put my rosacea treatment on, but I am going to have to use some green colour corrector. So without further ado, I've rambled enough before even starting, so yeah, let's get cracking, shall we? So the primer that was clearly in the first place was the I Heart Revolution Tasty Coconut Primer. It was between this and the Tasty Watermelon, which is like one of those like jelly type primers. So let's put some of this on. So let's update you as best as I can. So the last time that I sort of spoke on my community tab, giving an update on what's been going on, I think I was basically saying that mentally I wasn't doing too good. My mental health had taken a bit of a nosedive because of everything that was going on. For anybody who doesn't know, the last time we were at the caravan at the end of August, we were here for just over 2 weeks, and I did so much filming then, and I really haven't done any since then. Anyway, we had a lovely break, got home. Again, it was fairly late when we got home. It was about 11 o'clock. We were unpacking the car, and I heard my mum shout from the vicinity of the kitchen area. I went running. She was shouting for my dad. My dad came running as well, and essentially she was stood in the dining room sort of looking aghast, because the ceiling in the dining room was essentially like hanging down. It was like bowed. There was a pond of water on the dining room table and a small river on the dining room wood flooring. I obviously realised that if downstairs was like that, then it must have started upstairs. So I went running upstairs, and my mum and dad's ceiling was down, the carpet sodden, the furniture ruined, and my room wasn't as bad, but it was bad enough. My ceiling was like this. There was water running down my window frame onto my vanity. One of my tall makeup units was ruined because of water damage. The bottom of my bed was wet, and all the carpet underneath my vanity was wet as well. Cut a long story short, we phoned the insurance company. They were pretty quick in sending out like an assessor to look at the damage and write a report, and then we had like a specialist roofer come out to have a look at the damage to the roof, because my dad had actually gone up. My dad used to be a carpenter and roofer before he retired, so he sort of knew what he was looking at, and basically the roof had blown off. The felt flat roof that we had was hanging off the side of the building, and it was flooded. The flat roof was flooded. So we had those assessors come out. Everything was sorted. They did a quote for the work. The insurance company appointed the builders. We didn't have anything to do with that. And they said that we would need a new roof, 3 new ceilings, total redecoration in 3 rooms, and then it was like touch and go on the flooring, like the carpets and the flooring in the dining room. The electrics also blew in the dining room and half of my mum and dad's bedroom. So we got the quote. I had a bit of a nasty shock when I got the quote, like the estimated quote for the work, because the damage was a lot worse than we actually realised. They quoted £23,000 worth of damage, which we really weren't expecting it to be that much. And then work was supposed to start on the roof mid-November. So they came to start the roof. They were there for a couple of hours, and then they came down. They came and knocked on the door and said, we've had to abort the job. The roof is a lot worse than initially estimated. All of your roof joists are completely rotten. So we then had to have another specialist roofer come out to assess the joists. So they had to take everything off so the joists could be exposed and see what the damage was like there. And then they quoted to start the job like properly on not last Monday but the Monday before, and they said it would take a week to start the a week to do the roof, and then it would probably take 3 weeks to do the internal work. So that was all fine. They did the roof. It took them a bit longer to do the roof than they had quoted because of we had another storm, and they had to, obviously they couldn't do the roof in the rain, so it added another couple of days onto the roof work, which was fine. And they were supposed to be starting the internal work on the 2nd of December. So we had to move out for the 2nd of December. My mum was having shoulder surgery on the 5th of December, and I had my gynae consultant appointment on the 4th of December. So while we were initially going to come to the caravan while all of the work was being done, we couldn't because of those appointments. We had to stay close by. So I found us a cottage not far from where we live, because obviously I'd got Ray. I didn't want to be in a hotel where we would have to pay for meals out every night, and Ray would be cooped up in a hotel room all day. So I managed to find us a little cottage at a really, really good price. I was trying not to take the piss with the insurance company. Like, some of them were quote, like on booking.com, were like nearly £2,000 for less than a week. But the one I found was just over, well, it was just under £400 for 6 nights. So we stayed there. Mum was supposed to be having her op, as it was a very simple operation, in and out, day case. Not last Christmas but the Christmas before, she had a fall here at the caravan and she dislocated her shoulder. She also managed to sever the large nerve that runs through the shoulder, and because she is stubborn, she was like, oh no, I'm absolutely fine, I have, you know, it's all right, no problem, I haven't done too much damage. She sort of didn't go to the hospital and get checked out. So she had to have surgery to attempt, because obviously over time it's got worse and worse, and she's had very little range of movement in her shoulder. So she went for this simple keyhole surgery, and mum being mum had a total bronchial collapse whilst in surgery, and they kept her in overnight. Also, after the surgery, mum can't do anything for 12 weeks. She can't drive or do anything like that. So it was sort of quite stressful for me, because I've had to sort of take on the organizer role and the driver and all that sort of thing. And the fear when mum didn't come home was horrendous. Me and my dad were in such a state, and obviously we were at a strange cottage, and we were going back and forward to our house every single day to feed the cats, check on things, see how work was progressing. And we went twice to see how work was progressing, and each time we went, there was nobody there. So what they were supposed to be doing was taking the 3 ceilings down, replacing the ceilings, replastering obviously, and they were supposed to be redecorating. So they were going to be redecorating the dining room, mum's room, my room, and they decided that mum's carpet needed to be changed, the flooring in the dining room needed to be changed, and it's query whether my carpet needs to be changed. So it was weird, because every time we went, me and dad went, or me and mum went to the property, there was nobody there. And we went at different times. Like, me and my dad went there one morning at 7 AM, and they got there just after 7 and was sat for ages in their vans outside. They didn't even get out of the vans. Then me and my mum went at 20 past, no, it was just after, just gone 3 o'clock. There was nobody there. And then me and my dad went at 20 past 1 one afternoon, and there was nobody there, and nothing had changed since the first day that we went there. So we were getting a little bit suspicious as to why, nothing was happening. Obviously I'm not talking about the makeup products that I'm using, so I will list them in the description bar, because it's more important for me to give this update, I feel, today. So yeah, so we were getting a bit suspicious about what was going on, but we had said that we were going to come to the caravan on the Saturday. We checked out at the cottage on the Saturday, and we're going to come to the caravan, because they'd said that the work would not be finished until, at the earliest, the 20th of December. So we thought, okay, Christmas is we're gonna have to cancel Christmas, because we're not gonna have time to organise everything. We killed ourselves to move out of the house. We can't sleep in our bedrooms. We can't sit in the lounge, because there's nowhere to sit, because all of our furniture and belongings and everything are all over the place. We've got no lighting upstairs at all. They've pulled wires out and turned electric off. We just can't live there comfortably. It's not habitable at the moment. So while the work is being done, so we thought we'll come to the caravan until the 21st. That gives them time to finish the work, and then we can reset up our beds, clear some of the space in the lounge, and we're not going to have Christmas until the end of January at my birthday. We'll just make do as best as we can. We had to go and pick the wallpaper on Saturday before we went away so that they could get started. And for anybody in the UK will know that on Saturday we had Storm Dara. So we moved out of the cottage and went back to the house in gale force winds and rain. They said don't travel if you can help it, but we had to go back to the house. I had to do it in 2 trips, so I had to do like a 40-minute journey there and a 40-minute journey back twice to empty the cottage and get back to the house. And when we got back to the house on the Saturday, there was nothing had been done from when we'd been on the Friday afternoon. We thought maybe they'd just gone on their lunch on the Friday afternoon, but there had been nothing done. So we were like, oh, you know, what the hell's going on? But the project manager had said that we needed to move out so work could really get underway on like Monday just gone. We decided that it was too dangerous to travel to the caravan on Saturday, but I still had to drive us to West Bromwich to the decorator's shop that they used to pick out the wallpaper so they could start the work. My mum's tyres were saying that my mum's car was saying that she needed 3 new tyres, so I had to, afternoon Mr Magpie, I had to take us to Quick Fit to try and get the tyres changed before we did the long journey to the caravan. They wouldn't do the tyres, so we decided that we weren't going to travel on Saturday night. We were going to stay at the house, and it was literally like camping. We put bare mattresses in our bedrooms on the bed bases and just put the blankets over us and a pillow each. I woke up in so much pain because of how like I had to sleep. It was horrible, and I'd said to my mum, I can't do this again, like I can't sleep like this again. If anybody has seen like how I sleep, like the way my bed is set up, I basically sleep sitting up because of my adhesions and stuff on my stomach. I like lying on my stomach just causes me too much pain. So I didn't really sleep much on Saturday night. So on Sunday the plan was we were going to go and get the tyres changed. I found some places that were open on a Sunday, so we were going to go and get the tyres changed, pack up the car and travel to the caravan because we had to be out by 7 o'clock on Monday morning for the decorators and the builders. So we did it. We took the car to get the tyres changed. Turns out they aren't, there's nothing wrong with the tyres. They won't change them unless they are below a certain level, and they weren't unsafe or anything. So the tyre thing was a total waste of time. Then I'm totally all over the place. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to do too many things at once, I think. Anyway, so we got trying to get ready to travel, like packing and stuff in the house as it is at the moment. Like I was literally working out of a toilet bag and a makeup bag that I'd taken to the cottage, and was sat sort of on a desk, on my desk chair in the lounge getting ready, because all we've got to sit on in the lounge is one of the suite chairs. My dad sits on a little poufet and I sit on my gaming chair out the office. So it was just we said we felt like down and out, like, because like we on Saturday night we ordered pizza because there was nothing like to cook, and not really, the kitchen wasn't really in a fit state to cook anything, because everything out of the dining room is in the kitchen, so there's not really much surface space or anything. There's like a little tiny like gap to walk about, so bit of a nightmare. But yeah, we got out, we got to the caravan. It was a late one because it took us such a long time to pack the car up and everything. Mum, who is usually like the organizer, can't really do a lot at the moment, so it takes me a bit longer to be organised when I'm in charge. I'm not naturally a take charge type of person, but yeah, we got to the caravan really late, as I say. We were all absolutely shattered, completely exhausted by the time we got here, and we'd said on Monday we didn't really want to do much of anything because things had been so crazy. We just wanted to have a chill day. So on Monday we were relaxing at the caravan, and my mum got a phone call from the project manager to say they have another contract that takes priority over our work, and they will not be doing any further work on our property until the 2nd of January. So we've moved out. The house is upside down. They've ripped down our ceilings. We've got no electricity upstairs, no curtains, nowhere to sit, nowhere to sleep, nowhere to cook properly. We've killed ourselves and broken our backs to get out of the house and get the house in a state that it can have work done to it. We killed ourselves to get to the decorators to pick the wallpaper, and we've travelled to the caravan. We've cancelled Christmas. Mum spent her recovery from what turned out to be traumatic surgery in a strange place, all for nothing. So we now are going to be going back to our home on the 21st of December, and nothing will have been done. We've got nowhere to sleep, like I say, nowhere to cook really, nowhere to sit, and because the caravan park closes down in January, nowhere else to go. So I mean, we can't even get to our Christmas presents that we've bought people because they are in a room with all our furniture and belongings and things on top of them, because we thought that we would come back on the 21st, the bedrooms and that would be all done, and we could start putting things back, and then we could sort of do the present drop-offs and things like that. But all of that has gone pear-shaped, and I have no idea where we are going to go in January, what's going to happen. And me and Mum are not able-bodied, and so my dad's having to do all the moving and stuff on his own, and he's 70, and it's just been one thing after another, a lot of stress. My anxiety has been going absolutely crazy. I had a really bad couple of flare-ups, endo flare-ups yesterday. Monday after that phone call, I literally just sat there sobbing, because it's like I said to my mum, we did all of that for nothing. We went through all that stress, all that pain that me and Mum went through, moving things and pushing ourselves too far to get things done. It was all for nothing. And we cancelled Christmas for nothing. And it's that uncertainty of where are we going to go, what are we going to do from the 21st of December to the end of January, when the work is supposed to be going on. My aunt has graciously said that we can go to her for Christmas dinner, so we can at least have a Christmas dinner. But where are we supposed to sleep? What are we going to do? Are we going to have to sort of camp out for, you know, I've got my dad's nearly my dad's 70 in a couple of weeks. My mum's nearly 70. She's disabled, recovering from surgery. I've got my chronic illnesses. We shouldn't have to be living like that because of ineptitude from contractors. Like, if they knew that they had another contract that would take priority, they shouldn't have agreed to do our job. It's like me and Mum have said, if they'd have just said to us, look, we're not going to get you done before Christmas, we'd have said, okay, leave it because the roof's done, we're not going to have any further water ingress, we can manage as we are. And we would have left everything as it was, had Christmas, and then moved out after Christmas. But we've done all this, moved everything, stayed in accommodation, all of that for nothing. And it's so frustrating. And the stress, I can't explain how stressful everything has been. On Saturday, when we were driving to go and get the tyres changed and things, the sat-nav started taking me on like a magical mystery tour. And I'm a calm person. I have quite even-tempered. I've got a lot of patience. I'm quite calm, but I lost it on Saturday. I was screaming in the car. I was banging the steering wheel with my hand. I was effing and blinding. I frightened my poor mom. She said afterwards that she just let me get it out because she could see that I needed to just get it out. But that is not me at all, and that's how it's affected me. And then, like I say, I went from that on Saturday to on Monday, I was literally just crying because I didn't know. It just feels like too much. Like, you reach a point where you're like, I don't think I can take anymore. Like, I think I have reached my threshold of what I can deal with. Like, with the fear with Mum's surgery and, you know, the back-breaking work of clearing the house out. Every time we go back to the house, we hate it. We say, like, it feels horrible. It smells because of the dust and everything. It feels dirty. There's not one clear surface anywhere because we've got clothes, shoes, handbags, furniture, ornaments all piled up everywhere. It's dirty because the builders have been tracking through plaster dust and mud and water, like muddy footprints and everything. And it's horrible. It's a horrible situation. So that is why I haven't been filming, and why I perhaps haven't been my normal self on socials. Because I've not had anywhere to film for a start off. And with all this going on, I just haven't had the mental capacity for anything else. So I was really looking forward to sitting and filming today. But obviously I'm in semi-darkness now because the power's gone off. But yeah, so my base is pretty much done. I'm now going to just go off camera, do my eyebrows, prime my eyes, and we'll look at the eyeshadow palette that was winning last night. Okay, so I've just done my brows. I've just used a micro pencil from Makeup Revolution and the e.l.f. Wow Brow, and I've primed my eyes with the e.l.f. No Budge Shadow Stick in the shade Magnetic Pull. So the eyeshadow palette that was winning the poll last night by a landslide was the I Heart Revolution Frozen Raspberry palette. These lovely, kind of an unusual mix of tones, and I think I want to do something with the shade Amaretto up here, and I'm sort of feeling this shade Blue and this kind of like duochrome tray bake. So let's see what I can come up with. So that was pretty much it for the update with the house. Unfortunately, there is no end in sight. Don't know how things are going to look. Still don't know if I've got to have my beloved carpet replaced. My carpet was from a small local carpet shop that had been there for a long time, and it was like the end of a roll because my bedroom was quite 70s vibes. I wanted like an ugly 70s carpet, and it's like a black and gold geometric pattern, so I was a bit disappointed to think that that would have to be replaced because I wouldn't be able to get the same thing again. But I've picked my wallpaper, and the shop that we went to actually had a 1970s wallpaper sample book, and I picked my wallpaper from there. So I'm hoping it's gonna look good whenever it's done. Who bloody knows when that will be. But yeah, so hopefully by the beginning of February we should be further forward, but who knows when they are actually going to finish. And you know, we've got my mum's flooring has definitely got to be changed, and the flooring in the dining room. The flooring in my mum and dad's bedroom, they have black mould from the water ingress, and the like project manager said that because of the black mould, there would be black mould if it was on the walls, it would be under the carpet, and that is obviously a health risk, and my mum is asthmatic, so it would absolutely have to come up. They weren't sure about mine because it got wet but not completely soaking, and there is black mould on my wall where it was running down the window and like behind my vanity. So waiting to find out about that, but we found out that the project manager hadn't even been to the house. So bit of a joke really, you know, how can you run a project on a property when you haven't even been there? So yeah, it's all a bit stressful, but I'm trying to, even though we needn't have come to the caravan, I am trying to treat it like a holiday, because we've missed out on about 2 caravan breaks because we kept waiting for when they were going to start the work and stuff. They kept saying it would start and nobody came. They gave us a date for starting, we waited in and nobody showed up, you know, just things like that kept happening. So we couldn't come to the caravan, not knowing when we would have to move furniture and stuff. So I'm just trying to treat it as a holiday. Like, at the end of the day, this is my happy place. Although there are some negatives now to the caravan, unfortunately. The fees have gone up so much. We're not sure whether it's something that we want to, you know, long term keep paying. They've pretty much doubled in the 3 years that we've had the caravan, so that's another stress and anxiety. I'm not going to say too much about that, because obviously that's like the last thing on our mind at the moment, but it was a bit of another level of anxiety when we got the invoice for this year's fees and stuff. And there are some other like slightly negative things to do with the caravan, like the owners and the way it's run and stuff. And like, for instance, now we have no power, no heating, nothing. We can't do anything with this power off, and we've tried phoning the estate office and nobody is picking up. So we have no idea how long the power's going to be off for. And it's just things like that, like my mum has literally just said she's had to have a little strip wash from the kettle so that we can go to the hairdressers, and she's just sort of said, how much bad luck can we go through, you know, it's too much, like how much can one person take? And that's how I was feeling on Saturday and Monday. I've sort of reached a point now where I'm like, whatever kind of thing, you just gotta get through it. I physically don't have it in me to stress and get anxious after the 2 massive flare-ups that I had yesterday. They really knocked me about, and I know that they're stress induced, and I've just thought to myself, I can't let it get to me. I've just got to deal with it. At the end of the day, we're all together. That's all that matters. But we've all said we feel like we're homeless. As ridiculous as that sounds, like, our house doesn't feel like a home at the moment. It's not habitable. It's like that question of where are we going to be for Christmas, where are we going to be in January, you know, silly things like that. And I've said, like, at my mum and dad's stage of life, where they have worked all their lives for their retirement, this is the time that they should be chilling and enjoying it, and there's all this stress that is through no fault of our own. Like, it's not anything that we have created. So yeah, it's just very stressful. I have to get a little bit of a rush on now. So I am I've done my eyes. I pretty much did them without thinking about it, and I really like them. Those 2 shimmer shades I used are absolutely stunning. What I'm going to do now is go away, curl my lashes, do my mascara, and then I'll come back to quickly finish the rest of my face and my lips. Okay, so that is my eye look complete. I've just put a little bit of shadow on my inner corner and a little bit underneath my lash line. For my highlighter, I'm going to use the I Heart Revolution Tasty Pineapple highlighter. This was the one that won the vote last night, and I'm just sticking to sort of like the more champagne-y side. And then for blush, I'm going to be using the Revolution Blusher Reloaded in the shade Ballerina. Again, this was the one that was winning last night. Okay, so that is pretty much my face done. For lips, I'm going to line with the Makeup Academy Intense Colour Lip Liner Nude Edition in the shade Maple, and the lipstick that won the poll last night was L'Oreal Boreal Taffeta. So I'm just going to grab that and we'll wrap up this video. Okay, and this is the shade Boreal Taffeta from L'Oreal. Okay, and that is my look all complete as voted for by my Instagram friends, I think, as it was last night. That is my hair. I am just going to have to leave it like this. I didn't really want to be going out with wet or damp hair, but it is what it is. But yeah, so that is my look all complete. I'm going to go off and get dressed now and get myself to the hairdressers and try and actually relax for a little bit. But thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry if you weren't interested in an update on where I've been, but I really felt it was important for me to get this one filmed first and out the way, and then I could get on with regularly scheduled programming. So thank you so much for watching today. Thank you for dedicating some of your very precious time to sit and hear me yap. I am a yapper. But thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I hope that you are going to do something nice for yourself today. Treat yourself with kindness, something I need to listen to my own advice about. And yeah, thank you so much, lovely, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye now.